Upang makibalita sa pinakabagong update kaugnay sa Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program, makakausap natin ngayon si NHA General Manager, Executive Director Marceliono Escalada Jr. Magandang umaga po muli sa inyo, sir.
Magandang umaga naman, Secretary Martin, as well as Yusik Rocky.
GM, meron po kayong mahalagang anunsyo kayo kaugnay po sa hatid tulong programa. Ano po ba ito?
Tama yun, Secretary Martin. No? Gusto namin linawin sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan as well as sa ating mga beneficiaries under the Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa. Kasi pursuant to EO 114, ang Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa is a long-term intervention for our people here in Metro Manila na gusto ng babalik or uuwi sa probinsya for good. So meron tayong mga packages, both individual as well as family, Secretary Martin, na talagang gusto nang uuwi sa probinsya for good. So in the meantime, sabi natin that since meron tayong mga stranded na mga OFWs, stranded workers, stranded tourists, and stranded estudyante, ang tawag natin dito is hatid tulong. Meaning to say, these are all people in Metro Manila na temporary lang sila nandito because there is the absence of transportation system. Walang eroplano, walang barko, walang bus, therefore, na-strand sila dito sa Maynila. And government naman, as a matter of our responsibility to the people, sabi natin, rather than nagutom sila dito sa Maynila, walang pagkain at walang hotel, sobrang mahal. So the government made an initiative which we call hatid tulong. This is pure and simple assistance lang, Secretary Martin, sa lahat ng mga stranded persons in Metro Manila. Iba ito sa Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa because the BP2 is a long-term intervention for the people and that is practically developing the countryside pagbalik nila sa probinsya nila. Whereas, ang hatid tulong, this is pure and simple assistance that in the meantime, na walang transportation system that is available right now.
Nabanggit niyo po kanina, GM June, sa ating interview dun sa Network Briefing News na merong pansamantalang suspensyon itong Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa program. Can you expound on this again para po sa kapakanan ng ating mga kababayan?
That is true, Secretary Martin. As a matter of strategy, as the Executive Director ng ating BP2 Council, sabi ko sa ating Council na these are all already in one basket. So nandito ngayon sa Metro Manila lahat. The Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa, residents of Metro Manila, nandito sa Maynila. The OFWs that have landed several days ago, nandito sa Maynila. The students that have been stranded, nasa Maynila. Yung construction worker, nasa Maynila. So sabi namin, well, as a matter of urgency and importance, mas malaki ang importansya for the long run. Kasi ito yung mga tao na walang bahay at saka walang enough capacity to finance their stay here in Metro Manila. Whereas, the Balik-Probinsya, may sariling bahay. Either rented houses or owned houses dito sa Maynila. So, since nag-mix up na ang ating population, I decided as a matter of strategy na isuspend muna ang ating rollouts for the Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa to give way. Unahin natin. Kasi this was a very clear instruction from the President. Unahin, pauwiin na ang ating mga kababayan na stranded dito sa Maynila. And these are the OFWs, the construction workers, ating mga turista and estudyante. So that is the arrangement right now, Secretary Martin. But then again, pagdating ng panahon na tapos na itong mga problema ng stranded and at the same time, meron ng available transportation can go provinces by themselves, but the Balik-Probinsya will now take the second phase already in the succeeding rollouts and simultaneous rollouts to all of the provinces of their choice.
Kaugnay dyan, nakahanda na ba ang mga iba't ibang probinsya sa pagdagsa ng ating mga kababayan dahil po dito sa ating programa na hatid tulong, ano po ba ang ginagawa nating koordinasyon with the Department of Transportation at ganoon na rin po ng Department of Health dahil pag nagdagsaan po, understandable, kailangan ng transportasyon. Number 2, kailangan po ng maraming rapid testing kits.
Tama yung Secretary Martin. In so far as the Balik-Probinsya, we are ready. Those that are already in place right now are duly complied with pursuant the IATF guidelines as well as the DILG guidelines. Itong hatid tulong natin, Secretary Martin, is also a very careful assistance na talagang we also adhere to the health protocols. In short, merong medical certification din yan, may authority, as well as rapid test. To highlight the generosity of Secretary Galvez, Secretary Martin, he gave us, the Balik-Probinsya and the hatid tulong, considerable number of rapid test kits, antibody, na talagang to give confidence to our mayors and governors that indeed, before the dispatch, before the departure, all of these tests and all of these clearances are duly complied with by our beneficiaries, both the Balik-Probinsya and now our hatid tulong sa ating mga stranded OFWs, estudyante and turista.
Opo, sir, meron lang po tayong pahabol na tanong mula po kay Laila ng Inquirer. Ang tanong po niya, hanggang kailan daw po exactly suspended ang Balik-Probinsya? May time frame po ba ito?
Tama, Secretary, Undersecretary Rocky, I am projecting that when the clouds are open, let's say for example, kung tapos na ang ating GCQ and there are already transportation available right now, itong si hatid tulong initiatives natin will simply die down na gradually hindi na siya kailangan ng ating mga kababayan kasi these are persons with tickets already, with bus tickets as well as yung mga ating mga fast craft. The Balik-Probinsya will now come in. So I am dependent upon Yusek Rocky sa declaration ng ating DOTR, the declaration ng ating CAAP, the ETF, as to when finally they will open our transportation system. But I foresee that in the next month, let's say for example July, I think bababa na ang demand ng stranded and therefore si Balik-Probinsya will now take our second rollouts by that time. So that would mean 30 days or 1 month from now.
Opo, ang tanong po ni Angel Ronquillo.
Additional ko, Yusek Rocky, isa palang requirements natin for our Balik-Probinsya is an official communication coming from our provincial governor and mayors. That indeed, on the other hand, ready na rin sila to accept as the receiving LGUs of our Balik-Probinsya beneficiaries. Para lang din to see that while the national government is ready on one hand, on the other hand, si local government units is also ready to receive their own constituents. So that is a matter right now approved by BP2 Council that a letter of request, an intent, a formal request will be filed or be submitted to the BP2 Council through the Office of the Executive Secretary.
Sir,
Executive Director, I mean.
May tanong po tayo mula kay Angel Ronquillo ng DZXLRMN. Ang tanong po niya sa inyo, ibig sabihin po ba nito hindi natuloy ang second batch ng Balik-Probinsya ngayon?
Yeah. Today, we suspended kasi alam mo, Yusek Rocky, ngayon din may isang barko din na lalayag papuntang Mindanao. So this is practically the calculation and the calibration that I am doing right now. Kasi hindi ako pwede sasabay sa more important trips. The more important trips right now are the hatid tulong. So we suspended it right now and we also suspended the July 16 Camsur and July 17 Zamboanga Norte simply because we want to make sure that on one hand, the LGUs are ready to receive their own constituents by then.
Opo. Sir, last na lang po, from Laila pa rin ng Inquirer, ilan daw po ang napauwi under Balik-Probinsya program so far?
So far, we only had the pilot test, Yusek Rocky. There were 112 of them last May 20 of this year, 2020. And these were all bound for Candahog, Palo, Leyte. So marami tayong napauwi. The 112 persons, I think there were 8 families in that trip na talagang we successfully brought them to the province of Leyte, and our mayors of Leyte also accepted them and conducted their own test and quarantine at the level of the LGUs.
Okay, maraming salamat po sa inyong oras. Sa NHA General Manager ng Balik-Probinsya Bagong Pag-asa Program, Executive Director Marceliono Escalada Jr. Salamat po, sir.
Thank you very much, Rocky. Thank you very much, Secretary Martin.